Hello everybody, this is Teresa from Tadazzle Plans. Time for another practice session. So today we're going to be revisiting the letter C and then learning the letter E and making some words. So I noticed when I was doing, accidentally took out 2 pages. I noticed when I was doing my editing on last week's video that I wasn't really close enough for the for my writing for you guys to see. Not that I'm the best by any means, but I thought I would try to fix that in this video and get a little bit closer. I think that was the only thing that I noticed. Make sure you leave me a comment if there's something that you think I should be doing a little different, or something that you can't see, or anything. I will share what pens I'm going to use this week, and these stickers are by oh shoot, it just went right out of my head. Just give me a second here. Oh my gosh, this can't be that hard. Chrissy Ann Designs. There we go. Yes, these stickers are by Chrissy Ann Designs. This is Steve, if you don't know. He's cute as a bug. These stickers here and these, I got the sticker book from Michael's. Yeah, Michael's. My first visit to a Michael's. I was able to get those. So I was really excited about that. Okay, I'm going to share my pens here. So this one is a zebra, just a zebra brush pen. It doesn't say a color or anything. This is a hard tip. It's very similar to the Tombow Foodie for short. Fooded, I can't say it, but and then the next one in line will be the Calligraph by Archer and Olive. And then the next one will be a Rytec pen, which these are one of my favorites. This is the Sign Brush pen and no color again. And then this is the Pentel Sign Brush pen and no color. None of them have a color on them, but this is a purple. This is a orangey pink. This is a chill. I'm hoping it'll match that, Steve. And then this is obviously a bright pink. So we're going to start with the wave drill and see if I can do that a little bit better today than I did last week. Let me turn that off. Okay. So I'm just gonna pull you in just a little bit. I don't want to do it too much because I will get out of frame. So I'll need to remind myself to keep checking that. All right, so I'm gonna start with the wave drill here and my hardest tip pen. And first thing I want to do is I'm making sure I'm comfortable and I'm ready to go. My hands have been really achy, so I'm just kind of stretching them. I have a little bit of arthritis, but nothing too exciting. All right, so I'm going to go up. Whoops, that wasn't a very good up, but that's okay. We'll go down, up, down. There we go. That's pretty good, I think. I'm a little shaky for some reason today. Light up and heavy down, pretty easy. No, it's not pretty easy. I don't know why I just said it was pretty easy. It's not easy. As you can see, my waves are far apart here. Pretty good. These three are pretty good, but they're not. They should all be the same. In reality, they should all be the same. Up and and down and up and down. So see how they're all pretty close to the same? That's what they should all look like straight across. So I'll go ahead and fast forward and finish out these drills and be right back. Okay, so I think this line is probably looking the best for me. This one's not too bad, but I do have a couple of bigger, different shapes a little bit, but that's why we're practicing. So we're gonna start back out with the letter C. It's always good to revamp on that letter that we learned last week. Hopefully we're all practicing in between weeks. I know finding time is hard sometimes. I usually sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. I usually practice just before bed. That works for me. I crawl into bed and turn the TV on or whatever and practice. Sometimes it's not very long, depends on how tired I am or what I want to do if I'm doing something else. But you know, find what works for you and remember to practice. Even if you're only practicing the letter we're working on that week, like last week it was C, so even if you were just writing C's whenever you thought about it, and then this coming week the letter E, just practice. So again, up and around. Heavy down, light up, heavy down, light up. I have to always remember not to go straight up like I'm gonna make a O or an A. I want that connector out there so I can connect to it. All right, let's grab the next pen. Side. So if I take my connector up too high or in too close, I won't be able to grab it. That one might be hard. That's why I like to go out kind of far, but out, not up, not in, if that makes any sense. All right, I'm gonna fast forward this and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Let me grab my books here and let's take a look at the letter E. A, B, C, D, E. So this one's just a pretty simple E. Looks, you know, a fine line up and around and heavy down, light up, similar to the C. Oh, that's a capital. I want a capital. I'm looking to see if there's an alternate, and I still don't know if I'm in the right book, but it doesn't look like it. And then here is the Tombow free download for the Budenosuke pen, which I'm not using today, but it's very similar to this one. They're very, very similar. So here's the E there, the same way, just it's pretty much like just a handwritten E. Now I personally I'm surprised there isn't a different one. I don't have all the books that some other people have had, but that's okay too. All right, so I will show you. Oh, I wanted to Google the letter E. I said I was going to do this last week, I think, with the letter C, and then I actually erased the video. So I'm going to Google that, and I will insert here just a little piece of what I find. It's probably just going to, maybe I'll just snapshot it. Anyway, I am going to show you how I like to make mine, and then you may not decide today how you want to make yours. It may come a little later. If you're brand new to lettering, if you've been doing it a while, you might already have your own style. And styles change as well. So I like to do a little intro to mine. So that's how I like to do it. Just, I don't know, to give it some flair. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to do that if it's in the middle of a word. Oops. Well, but if it's at the beginning of a word, I almost always do that little, I don't know what it's called, just a little wave, a little curl, just to give it a little flair, but not too fancy. I don't want it, you know, whoops, wrong end. I don't want it too fancy for sure. But I just like that little intro. And I also think that that helps it stand out from the C and doesn't look so much like the C, because they are so very similar. And I don't want it to be mistaken as the C. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through the rest of the letter E, and then we'll do our first word. So let's see here. E, C, O. That looks pretty good to me. Looks like the word. Able to catch all the connectors. My E and my C definitely look like they're letters, so I'm happy with that. Let's go one more time. E, C, O. I like that. One more time. E, C, O. Perfect. Well, not perfect, but pretty close for me. Almost as perfect as I can be. All right, I just had a little bit of room there, so I added that E. Let's grab our next pen, just this one. And here we go, E, C, O. That looks really good, I like that. All right, I'm gonna fast forward through the rest of these. I'll be right back. Okay, I think most of those look pretty decent. I'm happy with that practice. Let's go ahead and move on to our next word, which is co. The only thing I can think of, I don't know what it means in this particular incident, but I know it's a name, but we're not capitalizing it, which is fine. But so now the E is on the end, so I won't be able to do my little intro, which is fine. You have intros for capital letters and the beginning of the words, and sometimes you have maybe a longer flourish on the end of a word as you come into your own practice. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, I'm excited to see what I learned this year practicing this. I felt like I was just getting to know my pens and myself as the year ended. So I'm excited. So C O E. So you want that little tail so you can catch the O. And then I'm bringing my little curl cue down to about halfway for my connector, just to make sure that I can catch it with that fat, which I did, but that's still a little spacey, a little too far apart. They should be the same distance from each letter like these are. So let's try that again. Sometimes I get to talking and it doesn't work so well. That was a little bit better. I don't like my O there though. I felt like it was big. That looks good. Are we doing okay with this letter? That letter E, let me know in the comments if you're struggling. And make sure you post these on your Instagram. I mean, you're all doing, you know, we're all doing our best. And I think kind of holding ourselves accountable and showing our progress makes us feel good. So that's just my thoughts about that. Let's do one with this softer pen. Which I'm starting to like the softer pens as long as they have the small tips. And I accidentally grabbed the wrong one. I should have been using the calligraph, but that's okay. Not that big a deal. But these Write Tex are probably my favorite pen right now. As far as just comfortable control for me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward through the rest, and I will be right back. All right. So I think I wrote the wrong word here. But that happens. That happens to me a lot. I don't know why. I get to thinking of a different word, and yeah, anyway. I think this line and this line both look really well with the softer pens a little bit. So that's something to take note of for myself, that maybe my hard pressure is lightening up, or I don't know, maybe I'm just used to those pens. I don't know. So our next word is CEO. And we're going to write it as a word and connect our letters versus just initials. So here we go. Let's try this. So E, and then the O is on the end. And I like to give my last letter a little bit of flair. Not always, but you know, usually, yeah. So I have to be careful there. I'm not quite letting up enough pressure as I start to curve around and go up on the word. I need to watch that a little bit. All right, that looks pretty good. Kind of messed up that one just a little bit. No worries. All right, I'm going to use the Calligraph again. I'm going to do, let's see, 1. Pretty good. All right, I'm going to fast forward through this and I'll be right back. All right, so as you can see, I didn't connect there. A couple other little mistakes. I can't see them right off the bat now. My eyes are starting to twitch. So we have one more word left, and it's OCE. I do not know how to say that, or I'm not sure what it is, but we're going to write it. So we're going to start with the letter O this time, and then the C and the E. So O, C, E. O, C, E. O, C, E. O, C, E. All right, here we go. I forgot to switch pens right there. But that's okay. Okay, so that concludes our challenge practice for the week. So now I'm going to write my name down here, but I'm going to try something new that I'm not very good at yet. It's using the bigger end of the Calligraph. It's double-ended, both brush tips, which is really cool. So you have the small one, then you have the big one. So I'm gonna try and write my name now that I'm really good and warmed up. So normally we would use one line. I'm gonna use whatever it takes. I'm just going to write it. So I'm going to pretend like there's no lines, and heavy down and light up, and then light, heavy, light into the R. Oops, I didn't quite catch that. That's not too bad. Definitely could have been better, but I think it'll work. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments. And be sure to share with Practice with Tadazzle hashtag so I can see your work and see how you're doing. And again, if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. If I don't know the answer, I will find it for you or send. So put any questions, comments in the questions or comments in the comments section there. Make sure you give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Bye.